Howdy there folks, it's Hunter, and in today's video we're going to be talking about a very special little build that I recently kind of just threw together. Now y'all have seen all kind of, bow swap videos and then just pure bow builds, stuff where you're sitting there and you're shooting with just one bow, or keyword one bow, or you see stuff like where you're swapping with a hand cannon or stuff like that. But this build I've got today is two bows, as you can see here. And specifically I like to use it with these two bows because they're both lightweights, they've got good handling and fairly decent stats for what you're trying to do. You want to swap them as fast as possible. And the whole point of this build is just to basically entirely circumvent the reload speed. Because I think you get like a 0.6 reload speed. Normally that's as fast as you can possibly get. When you're swapping between these, you can get about a 0.3 just from swapping. Now you want to have 500 draw time. Just have elastic string on both of these bows. That's all you need. And it'll get you down to the 500. And also the handling boost, which you greatly want. I'm using Lithophobia here that has slick draw as well as disruption break. Both of those are very important. Slick Draw gets the handling up to 100, and Disruption Break makes a fun little interaction here with Whispering Slab, which, since it's a kinetic weapon, will actually let it kill in one body shot. And this can even just be a tap fire. And the only two perks that you really need on Whispering Slab are Elastic String and then Quick Draw. Mine happens to have Vorpal, not necessarily important, but it's cool that you have it, I guess, against supers. All that really matters for sure is Slick Draw, Quick Draw. Slick Draw on Letho, Quick Draw and Whispering Slab. And you can also use other Slick Draw bows. I can't remember the other one that's in the energy slot that also has Slick Draw. I know Point of the Stag also has it. But that's not a lightweight bow. You really want two lightweights, and so I highly recommend these two. And it can be kind of a niche build just because it does revolve around Whispering Slab, which is the only kinetic bow that has Slick Draw or Quick Draw. And so that does kind of suck. But either way, you want to also have quick access sling on both of them, which you can see me flickering back and forth here. They both have quick access sling that does stack with quick draw and slick draw. And will make them draw a heck of a lot faster. You also want void and kinetic targeting, void dexterity and kinetic dexterity, which is very important right there. That's going to stack with all those other previous things that I just talked about. Unflinching as well on the chest piece, just to keep people from, well, flinching you. But most important is going to be the dexterity mods on the gloves. The dexterity mods will stack with the quick draw and the slick draw, as well as quick access sling on both of those. And you can see here just how fast it's able to swap back and forth. It's pretty crazy. Now, I'm not super great at this yet. I've used this just a little bit, just a few matches for fun. And when I was popping off with it, I was popping off pretty good. I managed to get some 2.0 plus KD games with it, which I've done with regular bows, and I say that's a net positive, because if I'm doing just as well as I am with something I'm used to, then that's pretty good. But it's just kind of fun. It's just stupid, silly fun. It's not necessarily, it's not going to be meta. You're giving up your secondary slot. You're not going to get a special weapon. You're not going to have, a close range primary like, say, a sidearm or an SMG like I like to use. It is double bow, and it's very niche, but look how fast I'm shooting. You can see here, I'm just kind of farting the arrow out there a little bit, back and forth between the two. But that's just to showcase how fast it can swap. Realistically, this is more what it's going to look like when you're swapping between the two. And you can just keep going, and keep going, and keep going, and keep going. And normally you want to lead with Lithophobia. If you lead with Letho, then that's going to prop Disruption Break as long as you hit the headshot, and then the second bow just has to hit them, period, and it's going to kill them. As long as it's, head, body, doesn't matter where, it's going to work great. And even if you're not relying on Disruption Break, they're really fast swapping back and forth, as you just saw. So you can just keep going back and forth, hitting however many headshots. And the funny thing about it is it's really fast at getting that triple body. It's like a slower 120 hand cannon almost, if you're triple bodying, and that's with body shots. So if you're just having a bad game and you're not hitting headshots, you can triple body really fast. And I don't know. That's about all I have to say about this. It's a whole lot of fun. It's stupid. It's silly. It's incredibly niche. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. I've been having a blast using it. I don't think this is going to replace my main bow build, but it's certainly been a lot of fun to use. But either way, y'all, I hope you find this fun and helpful. By all means, give this a shot. See what you think. Let me know in the comments. I'm always eager to hear from you guys. I know I don't always get a whole lot of comments on these, but that's okay. I'll be sure to respond to as many of you as I can, as long as you're not rude. And thanks for watching, y'all. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.